Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Rick dropping in on you. It is Thursday, so this is Thankful Thursday. We're going to talk about the need for being thankful, how to be thankful, but also how to create better situations and circumstances in our lives. Before I get started, I want to remind you that we have some things going on. Unfortunately, registration for the AI webinar tomorrow has ended. Also, the offer for the Platinum package has also, but there are two things that I want to share with you. Number one, if you have desires, if you have hopes, if you have aspirations, if you are frustrated with where you are and you don't seem to understand how to get out of it, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a strategic, structured plan on how you're going to move and get out of it, we need to start there. I created the Ascension Personalized 6-month success and growth plan to literally tap into your strengths, your weaknesses, your personality type, your accomplishment type, and design for you a plan specifically for you. So this personalized plan is yours and yours only. We use a 20 question questionnaire, assessment, and personality assessment to design this 6-month plan for you. Right now, you can get this plan at $99. The link is in the description box. Trust me, this is not your everyday average template. This is a personalized plan that will take into consideration who you are, where you're at, and where you're trying to go, and give you a structured step-by-step process. Also, if you're dealing with any type of limiting beliefs, any type of issues in where you are, if your mind space or your beliefs and your faith is capped, those limiting beliefs need to be removed and replaced. And so I designed the Mind Unleashed course. This is an online course that you can take at your pace, and it is designed to help you develop a new sense of beliefs, a new sense of self, a new sense of what's possible, a new sense of where you can go and what you can do, the will and the drive to push through some difficult moments because they are par for the course. Again, that link is in the description box as well. And with that said, look, I'm going to move into this Thankful Thursday. And anyone who knows me knows that I am real big on gratitude. I start my day being thankful. And let me explain something so we can put this in proper context. When I am saying be thankful, I think a lot of people think that everything in your life has to align perfectly for you to be thankful, for you to be happy, for you to be encouraged. And life doesn't work that way. So then how are we to be thankful when we're in challenging moments, when things aren't going our way, when things are going in the opposite direction of what we want, when it seems all hope is lost? How do we find a way to be thankful then? I've told you many times before that whatever you focus on, you feel, and you choose what you decide to focus on. I can tell you now, I'm in one of the most challenging times of my life, personally and in business, as I strive to grow my business. If anybody's ever experienced growing pains in business, you know what I'm talking about. If not, the potential for growth and the growth is great. But if it's not properly facilitated, or if it grows too fast, or the need grows too fast, or you push it too fast, so many different things, it can bottleneck, it can strain, it can stagnate. and you have to figure it out and you have to work on it, and it's a challenge. But I welcome the challenge. I welcome the challenge because in the solution to the challenge is the capacity to reach more people, is the ability to touch more lives, and obviously to grow my business and create more revenue. But it is not easy. So then when you're facing that and then things in your life aren't going the way that you want them to go, how do you establish a mindset of gratitude? How do you create thankfulness in moments in which it seems to be nothing but darkness? Let me explain something to you. There are two things that you have to master simultaneously and consistently know how to move within them in order to be able to consistently display authentic gratitude. Number one is you got to learn how to be present and in the moment. A lot of times we're so caught up in what's going wrong that all we can think about is what's the next thing that needs to be done? What's the next thing? How can I get the next thing? How can I do the next thing? What is the next thing? And what happens is you miss moments of joy, moments to reflect, moments to sit down and look at how far you've come. And it can be real easy to get frustrated because you're not where you think you should be, and end up losing sight of the blessings of seeing and embracing the fact that you're not where you used to be. And when you do that, you lose the capacity of being thankful. You lose the ability to sit up and say something. Plus, you got to learn how to look for it. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing out of my mouth as I lay in bed is thank you. I don't have to sit up and think about what I'm being thankful for. I say thank you because opening my eyes or waking up that morning is, first of all, reason to be grateful. But also, I understand that I'm telling my subconscious what I wanted to focus on. When I say thank you, my subconscious immediately starts to search and come up with reasons for that gratitude. And so the first thing in my mind is not what's going wrong, not the challenges that await me in business and in life, but the things that I have to be grateful for. So I'm present in the moment in the things that I'm grateful for, but I'm also present in the moment in the things and the challenges and the things that I have to face that are not so enjoyable. But here's the difference. See, in being in the moment, I must also know how and develop the capacity to look beyond the moment and see the possibilities of what lies ahead. And this is where gratitude truly grows, because then it gives meaning to even the struggles of the moment. See, when I'm in the moment, I have the ability to look at what is going right in the moment, but be aware of what's not right in the moment. But when I have the capacity to look beyond the moment, at that time, I am now able to see within myself and see for myself what's possible, what I can do, what I can have, what type of impact I can make. See, I understand through this capacity that through this capacity to be able to understand that while I'm in the moment, I'm not stuck in the moment. While I'm going through something, it's not where I'm going to set up camp. See, a lot of times when you are not able to get past the moment, when everything is focused on what's wrong, what happens is you start to identify with the problem. You start to identify with the struggle. You start to identify with the hardship. It starts to become your lot in life. You start to believe that this is where I belong. This is simply what's going to be like for the rest of my life. And you lose sight of what's possible. Tomorrow holds the possibility of something better for every person in this world, but you first have to believe it. You have to be able to look beyond the moment and see it. When you get too focused on what's going wrong in the moment, you get anchored in it. And when you get anchored in it, you identify with it. When you identify with it, it becomes yours. Then you start to carry yesterday into today and today into tomorrow. And before you know it, you're looking at the stagnant reality and you're trying to figure out, how did I get here? What you're going to have to do is be willing to sit up and say, you know what, I'm in a situation, but the situation isn't who I am. The situation isn't what I'm about. It doesn't necessarily operate or become indicative of who I am and what I'm capable of. It's a circumstance, it's a situation. Here's the beauty of it. When I'm able to look beyond the moment, when I'm able to see beyond what I'm going through, what I can do is I can picture, I can visualize what's waiting on me on the other side of the storm, what's waiting on me on the other side of the difficulty, what's waiting on me on the other side of the frustration. And then I can sit up and say, you know what? This is why I'm going through what I'm going through. This is why I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. There's something that I'm being prepared for. See, I was talking to someone the other day, and I was mentioning this, and it's kind of popped up several times over the last couple of weeks, and it's something that I've taught about and I've taught for a long time. See, what happens is a lot of times we get an idea of what it is we want, and then we want to circumvent the process. But when you understand that it's through the process that you achieve the promise, it's through the process that you achieve the prize, it's through the process that you arrive at your destination. But when you are trying to sit up and get away from, squirm away from, fight back from, pull back from the process, you delay the promise. And a lot of times the discomfort and the uneasiness that comes along with being in a space that you don't want to be in causes you to withdraw. But the thing is, you need to stand up, square your shoulders, and push through. It's not meant to destroy you. It's not meant to break you. It's not meant to take you away from the things that are part of the promise. It's preparing you for the promise. The process always precedes the promise. The problem is, if I get too caught up in the process and lose sight of the process then becomes unbearable, because now the process doesn't have meaning. The process now doesn't have purpose. The process now is simply a weight I'm carrying that I have no explanation for. But when you're able to look beyond the moment, when you're able to look beyond the difficulty, when you're able to look beyond the darkness and see where you're headed and know that it's there, and develop a vision that's so vivid of it that it literally tantalates and triggers emotions, then what you're able to do is step outside of the moment, temporarily as it may be, and live in the destiny. And people talk, people of all times, you're in denial. I remember back, man, 13 years now. You're in denial. I know what you're going through, and you sit up here smiling. You over here helping these people, and you going through this. You need to be worried about yourself. See, that's the thing. You're looking at the circumstance. I'm looking at the vision. You're looking at where I'm at. I'm looking at where I'm going. I understand that there's something going on here, but I also understand that life isn't stagnant. Life isn't static. Life is moving. And if I get caught up too much in what's going on, I'll camp out in it. And I'm not willing to camp out in it. I'm not willing to be stagnant in it. I'm not willing to settle for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rise up and I'm going to fight through it. I'm going to push through it. I'm going to look at it. That's one of the reasons that God said, write the vision and make it plain, so those who see it can run. Write the vision. The clearer the vision, the more drive it has. Clear the vision, the more it anchors you. Clear the vision, the more likely you are to achieve it. So while you need to be present, use your presence not to be consumed by what's going wrong, but to appreciate the things that are right, and being aware of what's not wrong, but understanding, because you have the capacity to look beyond the moment, that there's a reason why you're where you're at, where you're going through. Sometimes it's because of a past decision, and you're simply going through the ramifications and consequences of a decision you made. Other times it's simply the path you chose. See, you want to have X, Y, Z. You want to have A, B, C, but what you don't want to do is go through the course and the path that leads to what you want. And that is not how life works. See, you're going to have to prove up in order to take hold of. You're going to have to show that you are ready to hold what you are reaching for. And it's okay. This thing that I've called life, I've learned in my time that you master things, but you never master life. Life keeps coming at you. Life keeps throwing curveballs. Life keeps shifting. Life keeps bringing challenges. You master things, but you never master life. Something comes, you master it, and you get through it. You reap the benefits of mastering the moment. And then what? Here's another moment. That's life. That's how you advance. It's through adversity. Adversity is the fertile soil in which the seeds of faith are planted and cultivated. One thing that I really truly try to share with people who read my work, hear me speak, watch my videos, whatever, is that I don't have a perfect life. I'm not a perfect person. I don't always make the best decisions. I try. I really have gotten a lot better over time, but my humanity still kicks in. So I don't have the perfect life. So every element and component of my life isn't uh, uh, glimmering. But what I am doing is I'm working on me. I'm growing me. I'm advancing me. And the successes that people see on the outside are literally joined together by the struggles and the difficulties and the frustrations and the micro failures that take place. See, all of this stuff works together. See, it's the failures that train me. It's the failures that develop me. It's the failures that push me. It's the failures that sit up and motivate me to get better, to learn more, to be more focused, to be more persistent. Let me tell you something. It's not because I'm perfect that I have achieved. It's not because I have all the answers that I have achieved. It is because I refuse to relent to the challenges of the moment. I refuse to get caught up in what's not right today. I understand that whatever I focus on, I'm going to feel. I choose to focus on the blessings of God. I choose to focus on the fact that an infinite wisdom of God decided to and cared enough to design me and implant in me a gift that will allow me to make an impact in this world. And it's not always peaches and cream, but I'm okay with that because I have seen the benefits and the rewards of walking in purpose. And so I'm okay with the challenges. I'm saying that because there's somebody out there that thinks because you're going through something that life does for you doesn't have meaning, or that if you're going through something, you're not on the right path. If you're going through something, then everything is lost. No, let me tell you something. You don't circumvent the vicissitudes and challenges of life and win in this world. You win because you push through them. You win because you refuse to lay down. You win because you refuse to quit. Some people will look and say, how can you be thankful when you're going through XYZ? How can you be thankful when the thing you helped most cherished you lost? How can you be thankful when you've put so much into your business and you're pushing and it's resisting? How can you be thankful when you're going through this and that? I'm thankful because God kept me. I'm thankful because there are a lot of people that would love to be in my situation. I'm thankful because even in losing that thing I cherished, it didn't destroy me. I'm thankful because I still have hope. I'm thankful because I can see beyond the moment. I'm thankful because I'm just getting started. I'm thankful because I can look up and count my blessings, not just in what I've accumulated or what's going right, but in the amount of or the gravity of impact that I've had on the lives of people who are now doing something different and better in their lives because I came along. I am thankful because I'm living in my purpose. And as long as I have God on my side, there's still a chance for me to be better. And that's why I'm thankful. I'm not done yet. I'm thankful because I'm not done yet. So I encourage you, be present. But in being present, be careful what you focus on, because what you focus on, you feel. Be aware of the challenges, but don't let that be your anchor. Anchor yourself in the blessings. Look for the blessings. Cherish them, but also have the capacity to look beyond the moment and see what's possible. Carve out a path to the probabilities of greater blessings. Hold your head up. Be the best you can be. Grow. That's my goal this year, is massive growth and impact. Loving on people, and I've made a renewed commitment to be more present in spaces where I'm needed. And so that's it I have for you today. Look, you have to really and truly embrace your purpose. If you don't have a sense of purpose, life will not make a lot of sense. It's going to seem unfair, and you're going to be frustrated a lot. But when you see the reason you're here, and everybody has purpose, everybody has a gift, everybody has something that will make room for them in this world, that will give them a place, that will give their life meaning. Sometimes we get so caught up in all the other trappings that we lose sight of what we're really supposed to be in this world. And it can get lonely, it can get frustrating, it can be disappointing. But let me tell you something, you have a space in this world. It's time to start carving it out. It's time to start planting your flag in your territory. It's time to start making an impact in this world. There are people who need you to be on your A game. People that you don't even know need you to be on your A game. So that's my challenge to you. As I said at the beginning of the uh, video, look, if you are in need of a personalized plan, a plan designed specifically for you, where you're coming from, where you're at, where you're going, a 6-month personalized plan designed by my team, the link is in the description box. If you're struggling with your faith, if you're struggling with belief systems that have you locked in, limiting beliefs, constraining beliefs, that restraining beliefs that keep you from taking the steps and the actions you need to take to advance yourself, the Mind Unleashed online course, that link is in the description box as well. Either way, you can also do installments on either one of those. The $99 personal plan, you can use Afterpay, and the platform for the online course will allow you to pay in installments. On that note, look, I'm about to get ready to get off here. As I always say, I live my life in full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. There is no easy path to greatness. There's no easy path to fulfillment. We get caught up in the desires of the heart, and we ignore the responsibilities of purpose, and we lose ourselves in wishful thinking, when the truth of the matter, the things we desire are within reach if we put in the work. Um, and if we bypass this idea of ease, life isn't about ease, it's about reward. So on that note, look, I'm going to leave you. I hope that what I shared blessed you. If you haven't already, click the like button, click the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and share it if you think it will bless someone else. On that note, I am out of here. You guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day.